What are some feelings you struggle with around Easter dealing with a narcissist? I will share what I suffered from a narcissist at Easter time. At the end, narcissists often act in disruptive, selfish, and chaotic ways around Easter and other holidays, as the focus on family, togetherness, and joy threatens their need to be the center of attention. They may feel that the holidays steal the spotlight they believe they deserve, causing them to sabotage celebrations to regain control or to create drama that forces others to focus on them. Today, I am featuring a tropical plant. I honestly do not know the name of it, but I really like tropical plants, and it's kind of, I guess, Eastery because it has yellow on it. So anyway, I like to feature a new plant each video because it's my self-care. And happy Easter to you. Hi, my name is Maria, and I'm studying to become a life coach specializing in narcissistic abuse and trauma recovery. I hope my videos are helpful, informative, and validating for you. Whether you are presently in or have been in a narcissistic abusive relationship, have a friend or family member that presently is or has been in a narcissistic abusive relationship, or maybe you have a friend or family member that is a narcissist, a boss, a colleague, a roommate. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Here is how narcissists commonly act around Easter time. They like to create drama and sabotage. If they are not the center of attention, narcissists may start fights, raise old grievances, or create tension to turn a peaceful day into a miserable one. They may act out to ruin the joy of others, making the day about their manufactured chaos. The victim or martyr act. They may play the victim to gain sympathy or control, especially if they are not allowed to dominate the day. They may complain that they are being ignored or that no one cares about their effort. Even if they have contributed nothing, they ghost or do a sudden disappearance. Narcissists may simply stop responding, leave unexpectedly, or fail to show up at all, leaving you confused and anxious, only to return later as if nothing happened. They like to get control by doing this, and they will say, well, why are you so anxious? There's nothing wrong, that kind of thing. They act as a spoiled child. If an Easter gathering doesn't go exactly according to their plans, they may throw a tantrum, pout in another room, or act passively aggressively to punish everyone else. There's the holy narcissism over Easter. Some may use the religious aspect of Easter to appear pious or moralistic, using it as a facade to lecture others or highlight their own superior virtue while acting uncharitably behind the mask. Religious narcissists often act as seasonal wrecking balls during Easter, using the holiday to dominate, manipulate, control, and demand attention, often turning a spiritual occasion into a public performance designed to enhance their reputation. They frequently use the holiday to pose as pious, holy, or deeply religious figures, manipulating religious themes of repentance and resurrection to mask abusive behavior, avoid accountability, and force family members to adhere to strict, perfectionistic standards. Here is how a religious narcissist acts around Easter based on common patterns. Perfectionistic standards. The holy public image they make to show their religious dedication, often being overly active in church services to gain praise and validation from the community. They may show their religious dedication, often being overly active in church services to gain praise or validation from the community. They demand a perfect family appearance for church services, demanding happiness and conformity to their rules. Despite their holy act, they may sabotage the Easter gatherings, creating chaos, complaining, or picking fights to ruin the comfort and happiness of others. They use Easter themes like repentance or submission to humiliate others to force compliance, justifying their cruelty as God's will. They judge others as less righteous or demonic if they do not meet their rigid standards of observation. They demand that others forgive them for their sins, but hold deep grudges against others for small perceived offenses. Makes me think, one of the narcissists I was with said, you better do what I want or I'm going to have to hold a grudge. It's like they believe they have to do that. They may blame family members for past actions while the holiday cannot be perfect, or claim their bad behavior is allowed by their spiritual authority. If challenged, they may flip the script to act as the victim of persecution, claiming Christians are under attack to avoid accountability. They expect strict adherence to their rules, and questioning them is often portrayed as questioning God. Remember, they believe they're like God, and they're grandiose. They often ignore the hard work of preparing for Easter, allowing others, such as a partner, to do all the work, only to show up for the praise, or they dominate the gathering to ensure all attention is on them. Family members are often expected to look and act in ways that reflect well on the narcissist, treating spouses and children as props rather than people. If you like my video and find it helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. This helps my channel grow, and it's free to you. And if you can identify with this, or have experienced anything, or even have a family member who is a narcissist that acts like this, please let me know in the comments below. I'd really like to hear your stories. And also let me know if you have any ideas for other videos that you would like to hear about in the comments below as well. So I'm going to talk to you now about how to protect yourself at this Easter time. Set the boundaries. Decide in advance that you will not tolerate or have an exit strategy, and do not pull back on those boundaries. Stay firm in those boundaries. Do not expect a narcissist to behave differently simply because it's a holiday. Use the famous gray rock method, becoming as uninteresting to them by offering minimal, polite responses, depriving them of the emotional reaction or narcissistic supply that they seek. Prioritize your own and your children's peace and happiness over trying to appease the narcissist. I get that can be very difficult, as they like to be grandiose and have all the attention on them, and if you don't give them all the attention, then they punish. I understand how that works. I've been through it. So now I'm going to share with you my story. So a couple Easters ago, my parents and I went to a Good Friday service, and it is where the narcissist was. He had, at that point, sort of discarded me. We had to separate so we could work on ourselves. Yes, in the meantime, he had moved on to someone else, and I hadn't realized that at that point. That's a side note, though. So we went into the church, and oh man, he was dressed up to the hilt, full suit, the whole 9 yards. And anyway, he treated me horrible at that point, but because my parents were with me, he was putting on all the stops to come across really perfect. And so he was telling my parents that he had to do so much to help with the service, and there was so much that he didn't know was involved, but he was helping them, and he was making it go smoothly. It was all about him. And honestly, my parents were not impressed at all. I didn't even want to talk to him at that point anymore. So anyway, that's an example at Easter time of how they react. I have videos on how narcissists destroy family dynamics, why narcissists ruin holidays. Narcissistic abuse does not define you. Defeating narcissistic manipulation, and receiving 4 emotional coping techniques. Have you ever wondered how to cope emotionally with the drama at Easter time? Watch my video on receiving 4 emotional coping techniques. I'll see you in that video.